So, I'm not gonna lie. I've been having like a really hard time today. And I feel like every time I hit a spiritual breakthrough or something like that, like I just start getting attacked from all angles. Like I've just been sleepy all day. And yeah, some of that is because I watched my niece over the weekend. And so I really didn't get a lot of sleep this morning. So I've been down all day. But like, I just feel this dark cloud over me today, and I couldn't figure out why until now. So the past few days, God has just been wanting me to speak more and more, like touch on certain subjects, and I've been kind of putting it off because I don't really like putting my business out there. Like, I put out stuff, maybe the stuff that I've already like been through or went through, but like not stuff that I'm like currently going through. But I feel like he's encouraging me to divulge a little bit of myself in order to hopefully help somebody else. And so for the past few days, I've been ignoring it. I was supposed to do it the day before Easter. I was supposed to do it on Easter, which was yesterday. And I still haven't. And then this morning I got up because I had to help my mom do something. Or I had to help her do her hair, finish her hair. And we was listening to her prayer call, and they was basically like touching on some of the subjects that he wanted me to talk about, or like saying certain things that is like, okay, like you need to get this done. And then after that, I still had my niece, so I ended up going to sleep. And so I just been kind of down and depressed all day, but it's just spiritual warfare. And I feel like a lot of people right now are going through spiritual warfare. So it's like I can't be withholding if I'm supposed to be here to help people like I feel like I am. So I'm gonna get into these topics, I guess. Honestly, yesterday I had a big spiritual breakthrough because it was Easter, and my pastor kept telling us to invite people so they could hear the good word. So I did. I worked the first two services. I worked on the cameras the first two services, and then I invited a few people, but only two people came. And it's my best friend and my, I guess you can call her like my play sister, kind of, because she's like one of my prayer brothers. My play sister came. I ain't about to get into all that. And we ended up having like a good time or whatever, like with the service and all that. And so I feel like that's kind of like a big spiritual breakthrough thing, because my best friend, he doesn't even like conform to the religion that I conform to or am a part of. He's, I think, like Israelite or something like that. I don't even know. And then my friend, she was talking about how she's been wanting to go to church, but she was like, needing to get back into it. So I'm like, okay. So I touched two people that were supposed to be touched. They came, they saw, they conquered, all that good stuff. The things that I have to talk about today, and which is why I also feel like the devil has been working on me spiritually, is because A, of that reason, like I'm touching people's lives and I'm bringing people in spiritually, and then B, because maybe what I can say can help other people's lives. I don't know. I'm just rambling because I'm really nervous to even talk about all this stuff. So I had to stop myself from cussing. I'm trying to stop cussing as well. But trusting and having faith is really hard. When you first come into Christ and you feel like super duper on fire and you feel like that Spirit of Jesus on you all the time, that's amazing. Like, it feels great, you know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like it's encapsulating. Like, it just, you feel it all over you. You just want to tell everybody how good Jesus is. You want to, you know what I'm saying, be out there on the front lines and fighting the wars. And I feel like I've been doing that for about a good year now. And sometimes I feel like I can't feel his presence because of all the like outside noise of the world, or like all the stuff that I'm going through. And sometimes it gets real easy to get off track with everything that I have going on, and to look at my negatives instead of my positives, or like look at the things that I don't have and I'm not accomplishing instead of looking at things that I am accomplishing. And that's what I've been doing lately. And it's not very conducive to anything. Like, it doesn't help anything, you know what I'm saying? And it just kind of makes you feel like you disregarding what God has done for you. And that's kind of how I've been feeling. Like, you know, I look at all the blessings that he's given me, but I still feel like, okay, well, I don't have this, I don't have that. And one thing I'm trying to work on the most is to have more gratitude for things that I already have. Because I don't know what God has in store for me or what's coming. And based on the track record that he has and the stuff that he's done in my life over the past year, I should have more faith. You know what I'm saying? So I struggle with that sometimes a lot because I'm like, okay, God, but I don't have this. And he's like, well, look at all the stuff that I got you. Like right now, I live with my mom. And I've been living with my mom since I got out of my last relationship. And, you know, I'm like so scratching and itching because I want to get me a place. But it's like, am I like really ready for one? You know what I'm saying? Because my first 2 places that I had, I shared with somebody else. And so it's like, I feel like I'm in a waiting season right now, in a waiting period with that, because if I was to get it right now, would I be able to appreciate it as much as I want to, you know? So I feel like I'm going through these trials and tribulations right now because I need to wait. Like, it's not my time yet to have my own place. Like, why? And plus, I'm making a lot of waves where I'm at. Like, me and my mom, when I moved back in, our relationship was still rocky. And our relationship has gotten, like, a lot better since I've been there. Like, we don't really argue like we used to. You know, we just have our disagreements and move on. Like, we don't dwell on it. We don't sit there and make it like a day's thing or more than what it is. And then, like, my little brother, he stays with me so he can go to school. And around this time last year, actually, my little brother was failing freshman year. Like, and I asked permission to talk about this. I asked him first before I, told his business. But I ain't going to tell the whole story. But his past few years that he's been having since, like, becoming a teenager has been not very good. Like, our dad passed, our cousin passed, our aunt passed. Like, he's had a lot of passes on his mom's side of the family, a lot of passes on our dad's side of the family. He's just been going through a lot of shit. A lot of stuff. And he wasn't doing well in school. Like, he had ended up having to do online school because of some things that happened at his school. And then he wasn't even doing, like, his online homework. So, homeboy is, like, flunking, like, failing. And so, since I had free time last year after I quit my job, I was like, well, I'm going to step in and help more. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what sisters are supposed to do. So, I would go to his grandma's house every morning, and I'll make sure he do his work. I would cook food for him, and I'll make sure he do his work. But he wasn't doing his work. He was just letting me think he was doing his work while I was in the kitchen cooking. So, I was like, that's not working. Like, your grade's still not improving, none of that stuff. So I prayed about it, and I, like, put it in my prayer box, and I was like, God, if this is meant to be, like, if I'm supposed to position him and help him, bring him to me then. Like, bring him to me. So I talked to his mom. We got everything kind of worked out. She was like, okay, we'll see if you can get him enrolled in school. So I was like, all right, bet. So I somehow, some way, thanks to God, was able to get him into school. And, he had to finish online school because I don't think he was, like, able to be, like, in a district or something like that in the beginning. I don't really remember. But we had to do online school for him in the beginning. So, homeboy literally completed a whole semester of school in 1 month. Like, we made him a schedule. I had made sure he got up every morning. And this is around the time I was starting my business. So, like, I would get up and I would take him with me to my client's house, make sure he do his homework in the kitchen while I'm cleaning. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of thing. Like, we was, like, lock and step. Then he went to summer school, and he finished the rest of the semester in summer school. So, I say all that to say, by the beginning of his sophomore year, he was on track. Passed freshman year, started doing well in sophomore year. His first semester in sophomore year was a little rocky, but right now, he's an all A and B student. My little brother has a 3.0 GPA right now. Like, and then that same summer, like, he got a job last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just doing so well and all these things. And I'm like, okay, God, that's, like, one blessing that God has given me, you know, which is my brother, because I know my dad would have wanted me to do this, like, help him more. And I think about, like, myself, like, when I quit my job, and I was like, well, what am I going to do now? And I ended up starting my business. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? I started my business on the floor. Like, I was literally sleeping on the floor for months at a time, because I didn't have, like, my mom, her house wasn't, like, equipped for 2 people to live in there. Like, my brother stayed there before, but when he moved out, she turned his room into an office. So I was sleeping on the couch And then I felt like I wasn't being productive sleeping on the couch. So then I started sleeping on the floor in the office because I needed the office space, you know, so I can like start doing my work and start getting everything together. And that's another thing that God has helped bless me with was my business, because like I literally was like flat broke. Then I didn't start my business with any money on me. Like, if I made a video about this for my 1 year anniversary, but I literally started my business with a bag of cleaning supplies, like a backpack, like a cheer backpack, and I would just put cleaning supplies in there and go about my day. Like, that's how I started. And then I was like, okay, well, I can't really do that because I don't want to blow up. So then I got like a cleaning caddy, and I just started building up slowly but surely. But it was like all this time, you know what I'm saying? If I would have kept trying to hold on to this job or hold on to all this stuff, I wouldn't have what I have now. And I've been in business for a year now. Like, have clientele, build clientele. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I can do is just keep going up from here. And my business is fully legal. Like, I have insurance. I can hire people. I can fire people. Like, workers' compensation, everything. My business is fully legal. And that's one thing I thank God for, because at first it wasn't like that. Like, I just didn't know what to do. I was just trial and error. But he held my hand and he walked with me through that. And I think about that a lot, because sometimes, like, when clientele is down or, like, when it's slow, and I get to thinking, like, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I should do something else. And it's like, no, you're right where you're supposed to be, because I do make a difference in my clients' lives. Like, I just had a client the other day, like, she prayed for me because she could tell I was having an off day. And she was like, you know, you just been such a blessing to me and to my life, and, like, helping us get back in order. And she prayed for me, and she bought me dinner. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be stuff like that. Like, I could feel like I'm making a difference in people's lives. And that's what I want to do. That's why my business is called Touch of Love, because it's like I'm making a difference in your life. You know what I'm saying? And it's making a difference in mine because I like to help people. That's what I feel like I'm here for. And so sometimes, like, when I start getting off track, or when I start feeling like I'm not doing enough, I have to sometimes sit back and rethink all these things that I've been through. And it's just like, man, God has really changed my life around. And, you know, I can only be thankful. Like, I got to stop looking at my glass half full and half empty, and look at it as half full. Because although I'm not where I want to be, I'm still reaching pinnacles that I never thought I would reach at this age, you know? And it sometimes gets weird, and it gets a little heavy on me because I feel like I'm behind. But that's also what they say, like, comparison is the thief of joy. And I look around on, like, social media and stuff like that, and I'm like, maybe I'm not doing enough, or maybe I'm doing too much or something like that. And it's like, you can only do what your pace allows. Your life is your life. Your life is however it's going to be, however you're going to make it. And you can't miss what's destined for you. That's one thing that I've learned, because I thought I was off track, and I didn't think, you know, I was going to be hitting the pinnacles I'm trying to reach at a certain age limit and all that stuff. And honestly, I'm here. And I thank God for it, because it's like I was just looking up and I was looking around. I'm like, damn, bro, I'm not really doing nothing with my life. Like, just, you know, if you know, like, substance problems, all this other stuff. Like, I'm not doing anything conducive to my life and where I need to be. And in a literal year, he flipped all of that. And not even a full year, a few months. Like, I think back to when I first went to my mom's house when I broke up with my ex. Like, bro, I'm literally going through heartbreak and withdrawals while going to work every single day. Because when you work in restaurants and it's holidays, you're on 24/7. So I'm literally sleeping on the floor, getting up, and I didn't have a car. I was Ubering, and I live far from where my job was, like, from where I used to stay. So I'm, like, trying to figure it out, and I would, like, use my mom's car sometime to go to work, or she would pick me up, like, all types of shit. Like, I'm just going through the motions, and I just keep hearing God say, just keep going, I'll put you in position. Just keep going, I'll put you in position. Just keep going, I'll put you in position. And I didn't have a car, and so I was trying to save money to get a car that whole December, like, and by January, I had enough money to buy me a car, the car that I have now. And it was just crazy. Like, I had a table literally give me $400, all $100 bills, you know? Like, I started December with no money to my name. I think I had like $20 to my name. I finished going in January with like $4,000 to buy me a car. And the car that I got is one that I, like, prayed for, and I kept seeing visions about the car that I was going to get. And it's an SUV, not a car, but kept seeing visions about it and kept going like, this going to be it, this going to be it. And I thought I was going to get a Hyundai. I got a Honda. Because all my cars have been Hyundai so far, and I got a Honda. Like, it was just crazy. Like, how God worked everything out for my benefit. And even then, like when my car broke down last year, it broke down when I was trying to take my little brother to church. Like was on my way to church, everything, and my whole tire control arm broke off in the apartment complex parking lot. And I'm like, what am I gonna do now? I went like 6 months without a car, still making it to my clients, still making it on time, still handling my business, still doing what I had to do. And then I picked up a second job because I needed to make the extra money. So I picked up a night job. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was still making waves, still getting where I need to go, and I ended up making enough to fix my car. I got my car fixed a little bit after my birthday, or right before my birthday last year. One of the two. I don't remember. But I think about all the ways that God has just turned my life around more and more. And people think that when you follow God and you pick up that cross, it's supposed to just be easy. Like, when I first got baptized, I thought it was going to be like peaches and cream. Like, I thought it was like magic. Like, okay, I'm with God now and I feel good. And, you know what I'm saying? He just going to make all my wrongs right. And I'm just going to see the light. Like, that's how I felt. I'm going to see the light. Hell no. That is not how it works, yo. Like, not how it works. I remember talking to one of my old managers about that when I still had my job. And I was like, I just don't feel no different. I was like, I just kind of feel a little off, but I felt a little different, if that makes sense. And she was like, well, it's not like magic. Like, it don't just work like that. And I'm like, well, that's what I was expecting. Whole time I had to go through a refining period. I'm still going through a refining period, I feel. It's like, once I got baptized, a few weeks later, I ended up having to quit my job because I wasn't making the money that I needed to make. I wasn't doing the things I needed to do. And I remember sitting in my car crying my eyes out like, God, I don't know what to do next. I don't know what to do next. And then I was like, if you want me to, tell me what you want me to do. And I ended up making that PowerPoint because I wanted to do like a women in business thing. I made a PowerPoint, and that's before I even had a business. Like, I didn't even have an idea of business. I wanted to do my cooking business, catering business first. So I designed the whole event around that. And then I ended up starting a cleaning business. But later down the line, a few months later, I ended up meeting the people I became women in business with. So it's just like God sets everything up the way that He wants it to be, the way that He plans, and the way that it's going to be to glorify His name. And that's how I feel like where I'm at right now. And although it gets hard, I can just see the works in my life. And I can just feel how I can feel the changes. Like, if you knew me, baby, my anger used to be out of this world. Like, I used to be such a depressed, like, person. Like, yeah, I've always had good energy, don't get me wrong, but, like, I used to just be angry. Like, it didn't take nothing for me to just snap. And it's like, now I don't even like getting out of my element like that. Like, I haven't been in an argument with nobody in a long time. Like, I don't like arguing. I don't do all that no more. Like, I don't really care. If it disturbs my peace, I don't want to deal with that, because I haven't been this peaceful in so long. And it's like, the only person I could thank for that is God. And I was actually talking to my other best friend yesterday, or the other day. We was on the phone. She was like, I'm just so proud of you. She was like, you know, you just done a complete 180 with your whole entire life, like with your business, with everything. She's like, I'm just proud of you. Like, watching it happen, like, in real time is crazy. And I feel her. Like, I feel those words, because it's like, bro, I'm feeling it in real time. Like, I'm feeling how God is changing me and refining me and showing me different ways to do stuff. And I feel like how He's telling me to just keep going and just put my trust in Him, and He'll go. And even like with today, me feeling all depressed and shit, I got up and I went to the store because I'm about to cook dinner for my brother and my mom, you know, and I'm looking for seasoning because we need more seasoning. And literally, I see the bottle of the mustard seeds. And, you know, and the Bible says, if you have a faith of a mustard seed, you know, God will provide for you. He'll make a way. And I literally I've never seen those in the store before. Like, maybe I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But it was crazy that it hit me today. And that's what got me today, you know. And I was like, okay, I got to make this video today. Even though I'm rambling and I feel like I'm all over the place with it. Like, I feel like y'all get what I'm saying, if you get what I'm saying. So, but it's crazy. And then it's like, I be looking around and I'm like, maybe I'm not where I need to be, but then I feel like I am where I need to be. So you just got to thank God for the stuff that you already have. And that's what I'm really, really working on. Like, especially like with not making money a reflection of my self-worth, and not making what I have a reflection of my self-worth, and necessarily thinking about who I am as a person. And that should be where my self-worth comes in at. I'm going to see if I can brighten this. Hold on. Because it did hella get dark out here. I don't like that. That looks like I'm in a scary movie. So we'll just keep it dark for right now. I don't even care. But it's just a lot of things that I think about and a lot of things that I am grateful for and I am thankful to God for. And it's like, even with yesterday being Easter and it being Resurrection Sunday, you know, like Jesus literally died for me so I can be the person that I'm meant to be. Like, all my sins, everything that I've been through, all the bad stuff in my life that I've done, all the reckless shit that I've done, everything, all the negativities, all the stuff I've held inside, all the anger, all the depression, all the doubt, all the worry, all the anxiety, everything was just washed away because he died on the cross for my sins and for me. And when I got baptized, like, I'll find the pictures, but like, you can see when I go in the water, because I can't find a video, I only find the pictures. But when I go in the water, you just see the water like wrap around me. And then when I'm pulled out the water's just clinging to my body. And that's how I feel. Like, I know I'm remade in his image, and I know that I'm like washed and cleansed and everything. And don't get me wrong, like, sinning is still a thing. Like, I still cuss a lot, but I don't do a lot of stuff that I used to do. Like, I don't smoke anymore, and like, I still drink a little bit, but it's not as much as I used to. Like, I used to like drink a lot, and now I'm just like, I'll just drink on like occasion or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still have things that I have to work on and work out, but the whole change of the person that I am is crazy. Like, and I can't thank God enough for it, because for so long I just felt misplaced, and like, I didn't have no direction in life, and I was just like, I can't see one foot in front of the other. I don't know which direction I'm going in. And now I feel like I have some direction in my life. I have some guidance in my life. It's wild, to say the least. Following God is not for the weak. And I'm making this video because I always feel like I had to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to make sure I kept everything up and keep appearances and all that stuff. And that's not being perfect. That's just being prideful. And I've been listening to this song called Hard Fought Hallelujah by Jelly Roll and like Brandon Lake. And Jelly Roll's part, is something in there, and it says, the struggle helps me with my pride, and that's how I feel. Like, all the stuff I'm going through right now, like, it does take a hit to my pride. Like, I'm 24 living in my mom's house, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to have an apartment. I had a house, like an actual 2-bedroom, full basement, like basement, backyard house. You know what I'm saying? At 21, 22, and 23. So it's just hard, but at the same time, when I look back on it, like, that house got destroyed. That house got destroyed, and I've never lived on my own. And I feel like whenever it is my time to move in on my own and like alone, you know what I'm saying, I'll be able to appreciate it better and appreciate it more because of all the stuff that I've been through. And right now, I'm in a position where I help my mom. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I help her spiritually more now because she's getting back in touch with God. My mom used to be real in touch with God. Like, I was in church when I was younger, like, all the time, every day, just about all the time. We went to a church school. So I feel like me being here has helped refine her faith. And then I'm helping my brother, and I'm helping him with his faith too, because like, I take him to church with me sometimes. And I'm right where I need to be, basically. And instead of looking at a private situation and thinking like, oh, I'm not, you know, perfect, and I'm not having this and I don't have that. It's like, okay, well, look at the stuff you do have. I have a roof over my head. I have food. I can go to the store whenever I want to. I have a car. You know what I'm saying? I have a business. Like, a lot of stuff that I didn't have before, and I felt dead. Like, walking, living dead. And now I have all this stuff, and I feel slighted because it's not the way it needs to be. No, that's stupid to me. And sometimes I have to call myself silly because it's like, girl, you have a lot to be thankful for. And I do. I have my health, you know what I'm saying? Health is wealth. Like, I have knowledge that I didn't have before. I have a new heart that I didn't have before. A new mindset that I didn't have before. A new faith that I didn't have before. I have God, which I've always had God. I used to pray a lot, but I never followed him like I needed to. And now I do. And it's like I have that more now. And he's always protected me. But now I can clearly hear his voice. Even sometimes when I feel like I can't. And that's when you gotta like pick up the Bible. And I could read my Bible more. I will say. I could do that. And there's a lot of things that I could do better, which I'm working on. But I talk to God every day. Like, every day. Like, before I make decisions, before I do a lot of things, I talk to God. Like, even to pick up this phone today, I was like, all right, God, if you want to make this video, give me a perfect parking spot when I get home. Perfect parking spot right in the front where the light was shining before it got dark. So I'm just like, okay, like, you want this to come out. Even though, like I said, I'm rambling, I feel like I'm all over the place. But, the only perfect person who ever walked the planet was Jesus. And they still hated Jesus. So, who am I to feel like I'm, one, more perfect than Jesus, and two, like, being perfect or something is some type of accomplishment? Because they still crucified him. Still hung him up on that cross. And he was the most perfect person in the whole wide world. Like, no above, nobody below. Like, that was it. He was him, you know. I'm him. That's what he said in the Bible. I'm him. He was. And it's like, I don't have to be perfect because Jesus was perfect for me. I just have to be a good person and be real with myself and be real with everybody else. That's the only thing that I got to do. That's what he asked me to do. Take care of his people and take care of myself. And trust in God. That's literally it. So, I'm okay with that. Because I know he's going to bless me when it's time. And like I said, I already have so many blessings. I can't complain, honestly. Cannot complain. So I feel like that concludes the end of this video, because now I'm drawing a blank. And I don't really know what else to talk about. So, yeah. I'm just thankful to God. And if you're just starting out your spiritual journey, like, I'm going to let you know now, it's worth it. Excuse me. It's worth it. It might feel hard, but when you start to see the progress and you start to see how you ain't where you started at, it's so worth it. And your heart gets lighter and you have more joy and you feel more peace. It's worth it. It does come with its hardships, though. And you do lose a lot, but you gain way more. You gain way more. Like my friend circle that I have now, I love all of them. And they all, like, are very encouraging. I feel like we encourage each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, my homegirls, they're all working towards something, striving towards something. You know what I'm saying? My homeboys, they working towards something, striving towards something. I got business friends. You know what I'm saying? I got all types of stuff. Like, I got business friends. I got parent friends. I got everything. And everybody's just working. I don't know how to explain it. But, like, it just makes me feel good when I look at them. And I'm like, this is my circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people that I love and that I'm glad to have in my life. And God forbid we don't stay friends for too long. I'm glad that I met these people. I'm even thankful for the people that I did come across and that I'm no longer friends with, because they taught me valuable lessons and they pushed me to be this person that I am now. So, yeah. And even after making this video, I feel so much better. Like, my heart was so heavy today and I feel great now. And even at Walmart, this lady pissed me off low-key. I mean, this lady made me mad low-key. And I was like, I ain't gonna make this video. I'm just gonna go in the house and make dinner. And the guy was like, nah, you need to get this out. So, here we are. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's so all over the place. I'm so sorry. But I thank you for listening, and I love you, and God loves you too. And I hope everybody goes into the rest of this week with a positive mindset and a clear heart and a clear mind. And I just pray that God blesses anybody who's watching this video. I pray that you cover their hearts and their minds, their lives. I pray that no hurt, harm, or danger comes upon anybody watching this video. And I ask that you just bless their week remaining. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen.